Good morning, friends. Today we are going to see the next part of this unit 1 of the paper 2. The topic name is the pseudo first order reaction. As we have seen, the first order reaction, the second order reaction. Then, what is about the pseudo first order reaction? We have already seen that pseudo first order reaction. In this reaction, you can see, hydrolysis of the ester that we have seen, that is an example of the pseudo first order reaction. You can see here in case of the pseudo first order reaction, here this reaction, the act of the decomposition involves the more than one molecule, even though the reaction follows first order rate law. One type of the pseudo first order reaction is that the solvent molecules are involved chemically. Here the example is given: hydrolysis of the ester in the aqueous solution, RCOR dash plus H2 will give the RCOH plus R dash OH. From this particular stoichiometric point of view, the rate of the reaction must be dependent on the concentration of the ester as well as the water. But water is present in the excess, in the large excess, and the amount used up in the course of the reaction is negligible in comparison with the total. Consequently, the concentration of water may be regarded as a remaining constant, and the rate law takes as a dx dt directly proportional to concentration of ester only. The reaction should therefore be of the first order. In the same manner, inversion of the cane sugar is also pseudo first order, and the rate of the reaction is proportional to concentration of the cane sugar only. Another type of the pseudo first order reaction is the two molecules react, but one of the reactant is reformed at the end of the reaction. For instance, the rearrangement of the N-chloroacetanilide. Here the N-chloroacetanilide into para-chloroacetanilide is a reaction of this type. N-chloro NClCOCH3, that is N-chloroacetanilide. On the acidification, it will give you the para-chloro it will first of all gives the acetanilide along with the chlorine will eliminated NaCOCH3, and that acetanilide again react with the chlorine and it will gives you the para chloroacetanilide. The rate of reaction is depend only on the concentration of the N-chloroacetanilide. Hence it is a pseudo first order. Methods of determining the order of reaction. Integration method is there, that already we have seen. Integrating the equation, we can calculate the order of reaction, that is ABX are obtained from the experiment, and these values are then substituted in the corresponding rate of expressions for the first and the second order reactions. The appropriate rate expressions for a given reaction is that which provides a constant value of the specific reaction rate K. The corresponding order will be the order of the reaction. Graphical method is there. The expression of the rate equation for the first order reaction can be regarded as log to the base 10 a minus x is equal to minus kt upon 2.303 plus log 10 to the a. This equation is in the form of the y plus mxc. This just you have to remember. Then you can plot it. After plotting, you will get the straight line graph with the positive slope, okay, which is equal to k, and the intercept on the y axis will gives you the 1 upon a. Here we can see. Then if you modify the above equation, then you will get such a graph here that has been shown again. Then fraction method is there. By taking this formula in the practical, we are going to use this formula: n is equal to log to the base 10 t half 1 minus log to the base 10 t half 2 divided by log to the base 10 a2 minus log to the base 10 a1 plus 1. This formula again used for the calculation of the order of the reaction. Okay, here the example is given to you. You can go through this. And last method is the Ostwald isolation method. Here the n will be n1 plus n2 plus n3. In this method, the reactants except one are taken in the large axis. Okay,